Thanks for joining us on WAFB's Get Fit Red Stick Facebook group, sponsored by Our Lady of the Lake. I'm Allison Childers. In my workout clothes today, because we are going to squat. We're here at DAGMAC Performance, and we are going to squat and tell you all about a squat party you're going to want to be a part of. Now, DAGMAC is one of the many places that Taylor Blanche has been hosting free squat parties in the last several weeks. So we're going to talk to him about this upcoming fundraiser that he is organizing. It's going to be a really good cause, and you're going to want to be there. Taylor, let's start off. Why squats? Out of all of the workouts you can do, what made you decide, let's have a squat party?
Well, squats are important. I think a lot of us see people who are scared of leg day or squat day, and it's if you can squat, it's a good base for all exercising.
So how long have you been involved in fitness? Like, what made you get into fitness in the first place?
I've always kind of been a busybody and, somewhat athletic, decent enough. And so I've just always been kind of into sports, spending a lot of my time doing things that require, being fit. So, yeah, I played football in high school. I played a lot of sports. I played football, baseball, wrestled, did track and field. So I've always been very active. I played a year of college football. That was one of the highlights of, I guess, my athletic career. It was a goal of mine that I actually got to achieve. Often in high school I would hear, man, you're not big enough to be a college athlete. And so to actually make it to 1 year was, satisfying for me. Didn't play much, wasn't the biggest school, but it was a lot of fun.
But you still work out quite frequently, and tell us how that led to squat parties.
Well, after, I guess for a while, I got out of working out, and it was very obvious. I didn't take many pictures throughout that time. I wish I had more evidence, but when you're out of shape, often you can be more insecure. So I was successfully dodging cameras at the time. But I guess people were telling me, like, man, I'm in the restaurant industry and cooking all sorts of awesome food all day. So it was taking a toll on me, and people would say, man, you're really, putting on the pounds, or however, they so nicely can say it to you right at the perfect time. But I really said, my wife looks very young, and I was, like separating further than I would like from looking like closer to her age. And so that was kind of embarrassing. So I wanted to get back into shape. Squats was something that I ran from for a while. I had an injury, I broke a bone in my hip, and I broke some bones in my back. And so I couldn't get into weighted squats, which is something, a lot of people want to do. They want to get into weighted squats, but I suggest, when's the last time you've done any kind of squats without weight at all? And so that was the starting point. I said, if I'm ever going to be able to squat with a bar on my back again, I got to make sure I can squat without a bar.
Absolutely. I want to show everyone the correct way to squat, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. But first, I want you to share everything you want to share about this weekend's big event. So there's a squat party, the biggest one yet, at the Louisiana State Capitol. Tell us about that.
So Saturday at 6 p.m., the group that has been doing the squat parties with me every Tuesday and Thursday, also sometimes Monday and Friday, depending on how much more we want to exercise in the week, we're going to be meeting at the state capitol, and we're going to do the same routine we've been working on for a while. Actually, this is going to be the shortest routine we do. So this is like the basic beginner's class. If we have a lot of people come into a Tuesday and Thursday and haven't done this with us before, this is the same routine, and it basically revolves around 4 sets of squats. There's rest periods, and in those rest periods, you can either take advantage of it and rest and kind of get yourself together for the next round of squats, or if you're a little bit further along, then we'll have some really cool exercises to kind of keep your heart rate up in between 4 sets of 25 squats. So the workout, we want to see if we can get 100 people to do 100 squats. That's our big goal. And we didn't put out flyers or posters because we wanted this to be, have less of a footprint. We started with the hashtag idea, so it would be easier for people to kind of share and understand it's a digital movement. It's a word of mouth movement. It's a little bit more organic than, putting up flyers and posters and, doing it this way and meeting each other and being a community that supports each other.
Well, I think that's a great idea. 100 people, 100 squats. You got to be there 6 o'clock Saturday evening at the Louisiana State Capitol, and it's for a good cause. So tell us about that. You're raising money for?
We're raising money for Johns Hopkins Medicine. We're trying to support scientific research to help fight cancer. As you know, it's a big thing these days. Cancer is taking the toll on the United States and all around the world. So any kind of, funding towards the research to help that cause could benefit all of us, greatly one day. And the way we're accepting money, we're accepting donations. And when you're there, we have some custom squat party headbands, sweatbands, terry cloth headbands, and they're embroidered with our squat party logo on them. And those will be for a $10 donation. Okay. And we'll be taking, any amounts, but $10 gets you a really cool headband.
Now, how do you sign up? Do you just show up at the state capitol?
Yeah, it's as simple as just showing up. No really signing up. Bring a friend. Try to convince a couple friends to come with you and just come out there and be active, meet all the cool people that are, interested in helping others reach their fitness goals. That's one of the coolest parts about this squat party group that I've made is everybody likes to push each other and hold each other accountable. They're all, calling and texting, hey, you're going to come today. I've had a couple of group members that have really, learned more about themselves and how they can, make friends believe in each other again. Hey, I know you can come out and do this. I've been doing it. They can, they show friends their results. Look how much better I look. And then before you know it, we went from having, an original 3 was how big we started. And now our classes get upwards of 20 people.
Wow. Okay, so the squat party that's happening Saturday night, someone that doesn't squat a lot like myself, basic class, I could do it, right?
Yes, anybody can do it, for sure.
Okay, well, let's give everybody a demonstration on how to squat the right way and maybe a little preview of what the squat party will be like. I'm going to call in for some help. Michael, you want to help us? Hold the mic for a second. We've got Neil Dagmack here. James Trainer is a trainer at Dagmack. We're going to get some help in here to really get this done the right way so we know that we're doing it right. Mike?
All right, what are we doing?
We often do bro squats. Every now and then, bro will be in the group, and we'll pick him up, and I'll do my squats. So when we do the exercise, we'll, for the more advanced people, we'll ask them to grab a kettlebell, or we also have squat bands, and we'll try to get people to push themselves. Now, for the beginners, we just ask that you do as many squats as you can, and you practice on a good range of motion. Okay. So I showed you earlier. I want your hands to your side.
Here.
It's your turn.
Yeah. So hands to your side.
Hands to your side, Allison.
Hands out to your side. Okay, next to your hips. Your hands out to your side, next to your hips. Okay. And now let's get your toes pointed a little bit more that way.
Great. Okay.
And what we're gonna do is put your hands like that. There we go, bro. All right. And as you squat, I want you to bring your hands out in front of you. So like that. Yes. All right, and kind of do it all in one good motion. So hips press forward, and then you're down, and then you're back up. And when you come up, really push your hips forward, and that's gonna maximize the work in the glutes here. So
get it, girl.
We start the workout with a good stretch, not too much stretching, a very basic stretch, just kind of loosen up the body enough for an exercise like this. And then right before we do the squats, we do some really basic jumping jacks. It's all, the elementary workouts that you learn at PE when you're in elementary school.
What is the stretch before you start doing the squats? What stretches do you need to do to make sure you're doing it safely?
So we we always make sure your sides are really nicely stretched. That way you can free up your hips a little more.
How do you stretch those sides?
So
what stretch do you do?
So we have one where you're aligning your body straight like this,
Okay.
and then you're going to lean to the right and push your hip out, and you can feel that into the side.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we move that. We'll go to the side like this, but then it's important to kind of push your hip outward, so you feel the difference in that. And then also when you bring your hip to the back, and you kind of arch, and then you come back to the center, and then we do the other side, and then we come over the top. And when we go over the top like this, one of the things we focus on is basically, so you're coming down, and you can feel the stretch in your lower backs and in your hamstring. But if you do this for me, now put a little bit of bend in your knees. Okay, now put your forehead, kind of force your forehead towards your knees, and now pull where your ankles are, and pull. And you can really feel that in your lower back. How does that feel? Are you feeling a good stretch in your lower back?
Yeah, it's just tight.
Yeah, so that's how we start the. We do that before every one.
Okay.
And depending on how intense we get, like it's a great workout to do before or after a very intense workout. If you add this regimen in to your daily routine, you can do this regimen almost every day of the week. So it's good to add in to anything before or after a workout. When we do it here, we get everybody to do the workout. It takes about 30 minutes, and then I say, all right, you get a free gym session. So then they run around and do some extra auxiliary lifts.
Okay, so can you explain to our group everything that the squat party, what you're working out the most? Like thighs area, bottom?
You're working mostly your legs and your core.
Okay.
Basic stability in your core. In between the workout, the 4 sets of squats, we do mostly ab and core exercises to kind of strengthen, all around stability, which is important to do squats. You got to be stable to get down in that seated position and then come back up.
Okay, can we get you to demonstrate one really good squat? Because I don't know if mine was as perfect. So if you can do it for us, show us one good squat
Hands
for
out to the side here. You can do that, Allison.
That was quick though. Do you?
So the routine,
I'm slow.
we have like a higher pace that we do, but the way that we're going to do it for Saturday is we're going to have 2 people counting the number out loud of what number squat we're on, and then we're going to have others telling you when to go down and when to come up. So we're going to try to make sure it's a fair pace for everybody, as often we do for the Tuesdays and Thursdays. But this is going to be the most friendly exercise we've done yet for a large group. Anybody can do it. We've had people as young as 6 do the workout, and we've had people as close to 70. So 65, I think, was the oldest person we've had join yet, and did the whole workout. So.
Okay, let's give everybody a little sample, especially for people that might want to try it out at home before they come to the squat party on Saturday. Michael, I'm going to give you the mic back, and I don't know if you want to stand over here closer to him or by me, and I'm going to let him count it out, and we're going to do a little example for you guys.
All right, so you want to do some squats?
Anyone wants to come? Let's do some squats. Let's give them an example.
Anybody else? Anybody else wants to squat? Can she? 25 squats. A squat circle?
Squat circle.
All right.
Let me know if I'm doing it wrong.
You got it. All right, you ready? So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. 1.
2, 3, 4, 5. We getting fit. 6, 7, 8. Squat party. 9, 10. That booty meat. Ooh, you can do it, Allison. Come on. Do you feel the burn?
Yes.
He doesn't. Look, he's not even sweating yet. Woo! 21, 22, 23. 2 more. Oh, you go get down. Get down.
God. I'm ready.
5, 4,
I'm with you.
3, 2, 1.
Woo, we did it.
I'm jello.
Woo.
I'm jello. So you might want to try that a few times and get prepared for this weekend. That was awesome. I do feel the adrenaline. I feel much better. I'd love to get my...
You feel it's kind of tough, but then you realize like the next 25, once you actually start them, your legs are perfectly warmed up. So 100 becomes a lot easier to obtain once you try, you know.
Well, thank you for helping me through that first 25. I'm going to practice, and we're going to be better by Saturday. I really hope you'll all join us Saturday at the Louisiana State Capitol, 6 o'clock. Donations, be a part of the squat party. It's for a good cause. We have all the information on the 9 News app and on WAFB.com. Y'all go get fit. Share your workouts right here in the group for the WAFB Get Fit Red Stick Facebook group. I'm tired. I'm Allison Childers.